The age-old question of, are we alone in the universe, has been kinda answered by none other than Edward Snowden. The renowned NASA whistleblower and an American hero in the eyes of many has just revealed something deeply unsettling about UFOs.
We have grave concerns about the way these programs are being carried out, but nobody knew what they were talking about. When we start talking about leaking and whistleblowing, this becomes even more clear.
Join us as we dig deep into how Edward Snowden just lifted the veil on classified encounters and shadowy alliances, revealing the truth about the existence of aliens. Edward Snowden, the former contractor who leaked National Security Agency secrets publicly in 2013, is now getting attention for an odd subject: aliens. Are aliens real? We don't know for sure, but we want to believe. Outer space is a vast expanse that we have so much more to learn about, which is why it's hard to flat out deny the possibility that other intelligent life forms exist. If life can exist and persist in seclusion and in some of the harshest conditions on Earth, just look at tardigrades, it's likely that other interplanetary life forms have evolved and acclimated to conditions in space too. As the renowned science fiction writer Arthur C. Clarke once said, two possibilities exist. Either we are alone in the universe, or we are not. Both are equally terrifying. Several discoveries and theories from some of the greatest minds in science point to the likelihood that there's something beyond us in the universe, so there's a pretty decent chance we have neighbors somewhere in the ether. So, before delving into statements from Edward Snowden, let's take a quick look at 7 solid reasons for believing aliens are among us. 1. USS Nimitz, 2004. Event. On November 14, 2004, a training mission near San Diego became one that Commander David Fravor will never forget, and remains one he still can't explain.
I was the commanding officer of Strike Fighter Squadron 41, the Black Aces. We were flying brand new Super Hornets. It was an air defense exercise. 2 good guys against 2 bad guys, probably 70 miles, 60 miles off the coast in the gap between San Diego and Ensenada.
Everything seemed normal until the USS Princeton called upon Fravor and company for a real-world task. Changing course, it wasn't long before Fravor and the other pilots saw something strange. What appeared to be a sunken plane or submerging submarine moving erratically right under the water's surface.
It's white, it has no wings, it has no rotors. I go, holy, what is that?
The UFO had no windows, and it's reported that infrared monitors failed to pick up on any exhaust fumes. Fravor says it wasn't long before his curiosity got the best of him, and he decided to get a closer look. As Fravor began descending toward the water, the craft surfaced, rapidly ascended, and began mirroring Fravor's flight pattern. Then, in an instant, it zipped past the nose of Fravor's jet and disappeared. When Fravor and the other pilots got back to the USS Nimitz, they shared their experiences with the rest of the crew. Shortly afterward, another pilot took off in search of the UFO and succeeded. This pilot managed to get a lock on the Tic Tac, which happens to be the footage seen here. The Navy has officially released the footage after it had originally been leaked, but says the public was never supposed to see it in the first place. 2. World War II. Foo Fighters. In November 1944, several members of the U.S. Air Force saw what would come to be known as Foo Fighters, a name borrowed from the Smokey Stover comic strip. The Foo Fighters were described as a type of mysterious aircraft that glowed red and could zip and turn through the skies with incredible ease. Let Fred Ringwald, who happened to be a passenger in a night fighter that was flying over the Rhine Valley, was the first to see the lights. Airmen reported seeing between 8 and 10 of the aircraft lined up in a row. Concerned that they might be enemy aircraft, the group checked with the ground radar team, who hadn't registered any odd activity. One of the pilots turned his aircraft around in preparation for a fight, only to find the lights had vanished as quickly as they appeared. The sightings didn't stop there, though. In mid-December 1944, a different pilot saw what was described as a display of flashing red and green lights, that created a T formation, which also disappeared as quickly as they came. Several more sightings ensued, and although people tried to come up with explanations for them, the airmen were suffering from combat fatigue. The lights were a result of some kind of weird weather phenomena. They came from some new groundbreaking Nazi technology. They still remain a mystery. 3. Oumuamua, alien craft or asteroid? Avi Loeb, an impressively credentialed scientist who taught at Harvard and chaired the university's astronomy department, has put forth an interesting but seemingly far-fetched hypothesis. The asteroid Oumuamua is actually space debris from an alien structure or a defunct alien spacecraft. Coming from anyone else, this might seem crazy. But again, Loeb knows a thing or two about the machinations of space. While truthers are soaking up the Oumuamua theory, however, Loeb's colleagues are highly disappointed and upset that he's posited what they're calling an insult to honest scientific inquiry. A March 2021 study by Arizona State University. Astrophysicists posits that the object is a nitrogen iceberg broken off from a Pluto-like planet in a distant star system. In part, it would explain how reflective the object is. Loeb countered that the chunk would have had to originate on a planet with an unrealistically high density. So the jury's still out on this mysterious chunk of space debris. 4. A plethora of exoplanets. On March 21, 2022, NASA confirmed the number of exoplanets is over 5,000, and we can expect that figure to only grow as we improve technology that's able to probe the nether regions of space. This means there are thousands of known planets that haven't been explored at length, and several more awaiting discoveries that could be comprised of environments with the ability to sustain life. Who's to say one or multiple exoplanets aren't already home to intelligent extraterrestrial beings? 5. The odds are good. If there are so many other planets in the universe, then where is everybody? That's the question posed by Nobel Prize-winning physicist Enrico Fermi in 1950. His following thought experiment on the matter is known as Fermi's paradox. In short, he surmised that given humanity's existence and the age of the universe, it's incredibly likely that there is other intelligent life out there, despite us not finding any signs of it yet. Since then, some scientists have better defined those odds with math. In a paper published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences in 2020, astronomer David Kipping used Bayesian statistics to determine that the odds of intelligent life developing on an Earth-like planet are a favorable 3.2. A different study by Chinese astronomers published in the Astrophysical Journal in 2022 used Monte Carlo simulations to estimate how many communicating extraterrestrial intelligent civilizations, or SETIs, for short, there might be within our galaxy, as well as how long it might take for us to finally communicate with any. The researchers determined there could be anywhere from 42,000 to 111 SETIs in the Milky Way. They also determined it could take anywhere from 2,000 years to 400,000 years for us to be able to communicate with them. 6. The Pentagon's UFO interests. In 2007, the Department of Defense created a program called the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, AATIP, to study space-related phenomena that could not be easily explained, usually involving the appearance of high-speed, unidentified aircraft. The covert program was headed by military intelligence official Luis Elizondo, who sought to investigate reports of UFO encounters. A decade later, Elizondo quit working at the Pentagon and confirmed the existence of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program to the New York Times. 7. SETI Institute. The Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, or SETI Institute, was founded by Carl Sagan and Jill Tarter, two astronomers who believe there's more to interplanetary life than us. SETI's mission is to explore, understand, and explain the origin and nature of life in the universe and the evolution of intelligence. The Institute works with NASA and the National Science Foundation as a research contractor to pool resources and explore the possibility of intelligent life on other planets. Aside from optical and radio wave signals, SETI uses a laser detection system to look for signs of alien technology. Yep, an entire scientific organization that seeks to find other intelligent life in the universe actually exists. And while the search for the existence of aliens remains elusive, Edward Snowden's latest claims have caused a stir. As a former employee of the CIA and contractor for the National Security Agency, Snowden had access to some of the nation's most closely held secrets. And, like any curious mind with access to the CIA's version of Google might do, he went in search of answers to some of society's most pressing questions. Snowden became famous for leaking information about the US government's surveillance of citizens. But recently, this man, once again, stunned the whole world with his shocking revelation about the existence of parallel civilizations. According to Snowden, the US government has data on other humanoid life forms living on Earth that have evolved to a higher level than humanity. These life forms, according to Snowden, are not aliens, but rather life forms adapted to our planet, existing here for millions of years. There has also been a claim that information about these entities, known as extremophiles, has been classified since the 1990s. However, there is still no broad scientific data or official evidence to support these claims. Despite this, the topic of UFOs and parallel civilizations on Earth is attracting attention, especially in light of unexplained phenomena and numerous pieces of evidence that raise questions about unknown aspects of our planet. Extremophiles is a term used to describe organisms capable of surviving extreme conditions that would be lethal for most living things. These organisms exhibit an incredible ability to adapt to conditions such as high or low temperatures, high pressure, acidic or alkaline environments, high levels of radiation, and even the absence of oxygen. Some extremophiles are found in extremely harsh places on Earth, like deep oceans, volcanic vents, ice formations, and even high radiation environments. They survive and thrive due to unique adaptations and defense mechanisms that enable them to exist in such extreme conditions. In the context of Edward Snowden's claims, extremophiles can be considered organisms adapted to life in Earth's depths or under ice sheets, potentially making them part of a parallel civilization. While this concept is still quite vague, many scientists believe that it may be related to the Hollow Earth theory, where recent developments reignite the debate and prompt questions about the true nature of our planet. The concept of a hollow Earth has its roots in ancient civilizations and mythology. From ancient Greek legends of the subterranean realm of Agartha to the Norse tales of a land beneath the northern lights, cultures across the globe have woven stories of hidden worlds beneath our feet. However, it was in the 17th century that the Hollow Earth theory began to take shape as a more structured idea. One of the earliest proponents of the Hollow Earth theory was Edmund Halley, the renowned astronomer behind Halley's Comet. In 1686, trying to explain shifts in the planet's magnetic field over time, he suggested that below the surface lie 3 concentric shells, each with poles that rotate independently and interfere with above-ground compass readings. He thought each of these nested layers was likely inhabited, their life forms supported by some unknown light source. Halley's genius, rather than firm evidence, imbued the theory with some degree of credibility. Since then, as David Standish explains in Hollow Earth, it has enjoyed a long and vibrant history, with later generations enlarging its scope. Right down to the present, he writes, the idea has been used again and again, changing and evolving in ways that suit the needs and concerns of each succeeding time. It was one thing for Halley to speculate on the bowels of the earth, and quite another for an eccentric American trader named John Cleves Sims, Jr., to seek them out. In 1818, he published Circular No. 1, both an account of his views on the subject and a vow of action. I pledge my life in support of this truth and am ready to explore the hollow, he wrote, if the world will support and aid me in the undertaking. Such an undertaking seemed reasonable in light of his new contribution to Hollow Earth theory. While Halley never posited a bridge to the nether regions, Sims insisted on the existence of openings at the North and South Poles, granting access to a warm and rich land, stocked with thrifty vegetables and animals, if not men. In his telling, these Sims holes spanned thousands of miles and curved so gently you could sail into them without noticing the transition. His evangelism mostly met with ridicule, and his dreams of a government-funded expedition went unrealized. Sims never did make the trek north, but his ideas blossomed throughout the 19th century. Some adherents believed that polar expeditions would unveil the truth. Admiral Richard E. Byrd's expeditions to the Arctic and Antarctic regions in the early 20th century sparked intrigue. His purported diary entries spoke of flying into the hollow interior of the Earth, encountering advanced civilizations beneath the ice. Another pillar of the Hollow Earth narrative is a book titled The Hollow Earth and subtitled The Greatest Geographical Discovery in History, made by Admiral Richard E. Byrd in the mysterious land beyond the poles, the true origin of the flying saucers. Published in 1962 by Raymond Bernard, a man devoted to various strains of esoterica, it reflects many of the strangest notions piled upon Halley's old idea of an onion Earth. Certain as he was of our advanced alien neighbors in the basement, Bernard thought we might look to them for guidance and salvation in this era of mutually assured destruction. Perhaps this elder, wiser race may save us from our doom, he writes, preventing a future nuclear war and enabling us to establish a new age on Earth, an age of permanent peace. Bernard's is a particularly utopian vision of Hollow Earth, but it's just one of many. Some imagine it to be inhabited by Vikings, dinosaurs, escaped Nazi scientists, or the lost tribes of Israel. While the Hollow Earth theory has captured imaginations, it's important to note the skepticism within the scientific community. Modern geology, seismic data, and satellite imagery all provide strong evidence against the theory. The way seismic waves propagate through the Earth and our understanding of Earth's mass and gravity stand as solid pillars of evidence against the existence of vast hollow spaces. One of the alluring aspects of the Hollow Earth theory is the idea of hidden civilizations thriving within. The legendary city of Agartha, a utopian society, is often cited. Proponents speculate that these inner Earth civilizations are more advanced than our own, holding ancient wisdom and incredible technologies. The Hollow Earth theory has inspired countless works of fiction, from Edgar Allan Poe's The Narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket to Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth. In these tales, intrepid adventurers embark on perilous journeys to uncover the mysteries hidden within our planet. In an age where we've mapped the moon and roved on Mars, why does the Hollow Earth theory continue to captivate our minds? Perhaps it's the allure of the unknown, the desire for hidden wonders in a world where information is readily available. The idea taps into our innate curiosity and thirst for exploration, making it a timeless and fascinating topic. In recent years, some proponents of the Hollow Earth theory have attempted to reconcile their beliefs with scientific evidence. They argue that the hollow spaces within the Earth are not massive voids, but rather interconnected networks of caverns and tunnels. They claim that these underground structures could support life and explain unexplained phenomena, such as UFO sightings and mysterious disappearances. However, these claims lack empirical evidence and are often based on anecdotal accounts and conspiracy theories. In short, whether one believes in Hollow Earth or not, the debate serves as a reminder of the enduring human fascination with the mysteries that lie beneath the surface of our planet. In other words, even if we may never know what lies beneath our feet, the mystery of the Hollow Earth is sure to endure for centuries to come. Interestingly, there are allegedly several entrances to the kingdom of Agartha, throughout the world. In India, there is an ancient belief, still held by some, in a subterranean race of serpent people who dwell in the cities Patala and Bhogavati. According to the legend, they wage war on the kingdom of Agartha. The Nagas, according to William Michael Mott's The Deep Dwellers, are a very advanced race or species with a highly developed technology. They also harbor a disdain for human beings, whom they are said to abduct, torture, interbreed with, and even to. While the entrance to Bhogavati is somewhere in the Himalayas, believers assert that Patala can be entered through the well of Sheshna in Benares, India.
40 steps which descend into a circular depression to terminate at a closed stone door which is covered in bas-relief cobras. In Tibet, there is a major mystical shrine also called Patala, which is said by the people there to sit atop an ancient cavern and tunnel system which reaches throughout the Asian continent and possibly beyond. The Nagas also have an affinity with water, and the entrances to their underground palaces are often said to be hidden at the bottom of wells, deep lakes, and rivers.
Gateways to the inner earth also exist in other spots, such as Kentucky Mammoth Cave in south-central Kentucky, U.S., Mount Shasta, California, U.S. The Agarthian city of Telos is supposedly found beneath this mountain. Manaus, Brazil. Mato Grosso, Brazil, the city of Posid, supposedly lies beneath this plain. Iguazu Falls, on the border between Brazil and Argentina. Mount Epomeo, Italy. Mongolia, the underground city of Xinhua is supposedly found beneath the border between Mongolia and China. Rama, India. Beneath this surface city is a long-lost subterranean city, some claim, also named Rama. Pyramid of Giza, Egypt. King Solomon's Mines. North and South Poles. Even the Bermuda Triangle as a vortex point has a link to the inner world. The Bermuda Triangle, as you know, has long been shrouded in mystery and intrigue, with countless ships and aircraft purportedly disappearing within its bounds. While many scientists and researchers have offered rational explanations for these disappearances, ranging from natural phenomena to human error, there persists a subset of conspiracy theorists who believe in a more fantastical explanation that the Bermuda Triangle serves as a gateway to an inner world hidden beneath the Earth's surface. This theory posits that the Bermuda Triangle is not merely a region of the Atlantic Ocean prone to mysterious disappearances, but rather a portal to an otherworldly realm beneath the Earth's crust. Proponents of this idea suggest that this inner world is inhabited by advanced civilizations, possibly remnants of ancient civilizations like Atlantis or Lemuria, which are said to have existed in the distant past. One of the earliest proponents of this theory was American writer and inventor Richard Shaver in the 1940s and 1950s. Shaver claimed to have had encounters with subterranean beings whom he referred to as Deros, short for detrimental robots, and Teros, short for integrated robots, and he believed that the Bermuda Triangle was one of the entry points to their realm. Supporters of the inner world theory often point to the purported anomalies within the Bermuda Triangle as evidence of its supernatural nature. They cite reports of compass malfunctions, electronic failures, and strange cloud formations as indications of the presence of mysterious forces at work. Additionally, some claim that the disappearances within the Bermuda Triangle can be attributed to these beings from the inner world, either through abduction or through the use of advanced technology to cloak their activities. Despite lacking scientific evidence, the idea of the Bermuda Triangle as a gateway to an inner world continues to captivate the imaginations of conspiracy theorists and fiction writers alike. It has been popularized in various works of literature, films, and television shows, perpetuating its mystique in popular culture. However, mainstream scientists and researchers remain skeptical of these claims, attributing the purported anomalies in the Bermuda Triangle to more mundane explanations such as oceanic currents, methane hydrate eruptions, and human error. They argue that there is no credible evidence to support the existence of an inner world beneath the Earth's surface accessible through the Bermuda Triangle. In the absence of conclusive evidence, the debate surrounding the Bermuda Triangle and its alleged connection to an inner world remains firmly entrenched in the realm of speculation and conspiracy theory, leaving its mysteries open to interpretation and debate. While the mystery of Earth's center still has researchers scratching their heads, the ocean, covering more than 70% of our planet's surface, is a truly fascinating place. As we delve deeper into the depths of the sea, we uncover a world that is shrouded in mystery, darkness, and unimaginable beauty. The deep sea, an environment that exists beyond the reach of sunlight, remains largely unexplored and holds countless secrets waiting to be discovered. In this article, we will embark on a journey into the unknown and explore the mysteries of the deep sea. The deep sea, also known as the abyssal zone, refers to the part of the ocean that lies below 656 feet. This vast and inhospitable realm is characterized by extremely high pressure, low temperatures, and complete darkness. These conditions create a unique ecosystem that is vastly different from what we are used to on land or in shallower waters. Throughout history, humans have been captivated by the unknown, and the deep sea has always held a special allure. In the 19th and 20th centuries, several pioneers paved the way for our understanding of this enigmatic environment. Individuals such as William Beebe and Jacques Piccard, among others, used submersibles and innovative technologies to venture into the deep sea for the very first time. One of the most fascinating aspects of the deep sea is its incredible biodiversity. Despite the harsh conditions, this underwater world is teeming with life. From bioluminescent organisms to peculiar deep-sea creatures with adaptations that defy imagination, the deep sea holds countless species that are yet to be discovered. It is believed that the deep sea may even harbor species that are entirely new to science. Extremophiles, organisms that thrive in extreme environments, are also found in the deep sea. From hydrothermal vents to methane seeps, these unique ecosystems support life in the most unexpected places. Organisms such as tube worms, giant clams, and bacteria have adapted to survive in the extreme heat and chemical conditions surrounding these deep-sea vents. Studying these extremophiles provides valuable insights into the potential for life beyond Earth. Advancements in technology have revolutionized our ability to explore the deep sea. With remotely operated vehicles and autonomous underwater vehicles, scientists can now probe the depths of the ocean with unprecedented precision and detail. These tools allow for the collection of samples, high-definition imaging, and the recording of vital data, expanding our understanding of this mysterious realm. Despite its remoteness, the deep sea is not immune to the impacts of human activities. Climate change, overfishing, deep-sea mining, and pollution pose significant threats to this delicate ecosystem. As we gain a better understanding of the deep sea's importance and vulnerability, it becomes crucial to advocate for its conservation and sustainable use. As we continue to push the boundaries of exploration, the future of deep-sea exploration looks promising. New technologies are being developed, and collaborative efforts involving scientists from various fields are helping to unravel the mysteries of the deep. With each expedition into the abyss, we inch closer to unlocking the secrets of this vast and mysterious world. That's all the information that we have for you today. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's episode, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you never miss out on future episodes. And be sure to also tell us what you think about today's content. Everyone's support motivates us to continue delivering quality content, and to always improve. As always, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.